Hello, everyone. My guest today is Mogens Muller. He's the CEO and co-founder of a company called Sleeknote. He lives in Denmark with his wife and 3 kids. And besides running Sleeknote, he's also an international keynote speaker. Mogens, are you ready to take us to the top?
Yeah, of course.
All right. Tell us about Sleeknote. What's the company do and how do you make money?
Well, in short, we say goodbye to annoying pop-ups, say hello to Sleeknote. So if you're using pop-ups and you're doing it in some kind of annoying way, you should be doing it better, more intelligent, more personalized. Then you should use a product like ours.
And give us an example, maybe a customer using you guys.
Of course. Well, in general, a lot of people using pop-ups, slide inbox, and stuff like that, people will normally maybe have like a takeover of the whole page. Well, for us, we target e-commerce, online stores. So normally our customers use pop-ups in order to guide their visitors so that more of them can buy something. So help them actually be able to make a buying decision instead of just showing some, general sign up for our newsletter text. So we kind of help, especially these online stores, to use it in a more intelligent way, so that it's actually becoming a help for the visitors instead of just being some kind of annoying element.
Got it. And your pricing, I know you have many different plans. I don't want to go down every cohort of your customers, but on average, what do customers pay you per month?
Average about $100 per month.
Okay, got it. $100 per month. And put this on a timeline for me. When did you launch this company? What year?
4 years ago.
Okay, so 2014. And then fast forward to today, how many customers have you scaled to?
1,200.
1,200. That's great. And where did you, walk me through the growth there. Where did you find your first 10 customers?
Well, actually, that's a bit of a story, but I can do it very short. First of all, for me, it was very important to begin with that we got some proof of concept, so that we figure out if people actually wanted to buy what we were developing. So I started selling this to the first 30 customers without having a product or anything actually to sell other than an idea. So we got a validation for those 30 customers that they wanted this thing that I was talking about, and then we began to create it. And I also told them that they were about to pay for it. We could not just develop it and for them to use it for free. So we had them paying something like I think $30 or $40 per month. For a completely hard-coded solution with a very, very simple message and very simple. They could not change anything. There weren't like any system or anything like that. So from there, we got the first beta testers. And from those beta testers, we made a lot of business cases, stuff that we promoted on our blog. And then when we launched, when we went into like public beta, we got around 200 customers in the first couple of months. From there, we began to become like a real company. Then we began to have like segmented pricing depending on how big a customer or how big a website it was. And then it has been like bootstrapped growth, pretty not hyper growth, but steady, good growth around 30-40% per year. And yeah, we are a little startup from Denmark, bootstrapped, but are growing pretty good and loving what we do, and it's going good so far.
And 1,200 customers at the price point, the average price point you said earlier of $100. That means you're doing about 120 grand per month right now.
Yeah, close to.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And if you're growing kind of 30% year over year, that means you were doing what, about 80 grand per month a year ago?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Where's most of the growth coming from? New customers or current customers that start on a cheap plan and upgrade themselves?
Yeah, it's a combination, but I think 70% of the growth is coming from new customers and 30% from existing. So we are working quite a lot on upgrading the customers that we already have. Normally, when they got more visitors onto the website, but most of it is from new customers. And for us, I think at least from where we come from here in Denmark, normally Denmark is a small country, 5 million citizens. So it's kind of like a test market, or it was the first year. But after that, you need to figure out a way to get international and to be able to scale this. And now we're getting there. It's not like that we are completely there, but now we are in 43 countries. Having customers in 43 countries. And 2 months ago, we just actually got a big US customer, Mashable.com, and they are using it together with, I think it's Offers.com. And so it's nice for us to see that we are actually getting some traction also from, yeah,
And Mogans,
other countries.
what are you paying to acquire these customers as you add them? What's it costing you?
That's very hard to say because it's very different depending from where they're coming. But this customer came from our content marketing. So we have a blog that we update a few times a week. Got a podcast, got a YouTube channel, but so it's generally content marketing.
Okay, but so obviously you can still calculate CAC with your content marketing team. So what's your team size today, and how many of them are content?
We got a customer acquisition cost, but it's just it's very, very different from customer to customer. But in general, we got right now a customer acquisition cost at I think around $700.
Okay, got it. And if they're paying you $100 per month, that puts your payback at what, 7 months?
Yeah,
something like that.
7-8 months. Again, sometimes a customer like the one that I just mentioned, the payback for them was like 1 day, because they pay a lot more than $100 per month. So for very small customers, it's around 10-11 months. For big customers, it's like days or a month or something like that.
When you do spend $700 to acquire the customer, where are you typically spending that money?
Typically, we are spending it on Facebook and AdWords.
Okay.
And then, of course, the staff.
The content staff,
the content staff. We are creating a lot of content, and that requires some good people.
What's your team size today?
Our team size is 24 people.
Okay, and how many of them are kind of sales or marketing or content?
I think 12 of them, 12, 30. And then we got quite a lot of developers and then a bit of administration.
Okay. Sorry, you said 12, 30?
12, 13, sorry. 12
or 13. Got it. 12 or 13 are content marketing. The rest are engineers.
Yeah.
Okay. And where's everybody based?
We're based in Denmark.
Everyone?
We also got an employee in the US. We got one in Estonia. We got one in Sweden. So we are quite remote, but most of us are from Denmark.
Okay, so Denmark and remote. And now look, when you look at a SaaS company, especially like this, pop-ups sometimes can be seasonal. Churn is critical. What's your churn today and how are you driving it down?
Yeah, churn is something that we've worked a lot on, but it's something that we can become a lot better at working with. But right now we got a revenue churn, we got a net churn at the last 6 month average is at 1.3% monthly churn.
That's revenue churn.
That's our revenue churn, yeah, for an average of the last 6 months.
And you said that was net or gross?
So this was net churn. Revenue net churn average the last 6 months.
Yep.
So for a product like ours, it's something that is pretty easy to install. Normally, our customers can install it within a couple of days. Problem is that also makes it pretty easy to swap with something else if they don't like our product. So it does also mean that churn is pretty high, but we got quite a lot of things going on there that try to help us in that direction of making lower churn.
Name one.
Yeah, just a recent one is actually that we just this month launched a new initiative called Managed Solution. So a lot of our bigger customers have asked us for the last 2 years or so for us to be able to help them, in low key work on how they work with the pop-ups on the website. Because, for example, a customer of ours, they are working in 30 different countries, and they don't have the manpower to update these pop-ups on all those countries. So they want us to do that for them. And actually, we lost that customer 4 months ago because we were not able to do that. We only had the software. So now we actually decided to make this team we called Managed Solution, where we are able to sell consultants hours, or we've kind of put it in some plans or some packages. But that's one of the things that we're doing right now in order to keep our customers a bit closer, even though it's going a bit away from the software 100% software model that we've worked on until now.
Yep. And are you bootstrapped or have you raised capital?
Bootstrapped.
Bootstrapped. I love that. That's great. Would you consider raising capital, or are you thinking about it right now?
Actually, we are not considering raising any VC capital. I'm a big fan of the bootstrapped way, keeping it, the power at our hands. I just read the Rand Fishkin book about Lost and Found. I think it's brilliant about his decisions in Moss about taking VC capital, all this stuff. So we kind of love the way that we're developing the company right now, and it's okay for us that we are not growing like 200% year over year. It's fine by us that we are having a bit of more like steady growth, but doing it our way.
Yep. No, there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's great. Very good. Let's wrap up here with the famous five. Number one, what's your favorite business book?
Oh, whoa. Favorite one is pretty hard to say, but the recent one that I read I really like is Lost and Founder by Rand Fishkin. It's every SaaS founder should read that.
Number two, is there a CEO you're following or studying right now?
Sorry?
Is there a CEO that you're following or studying?
Oh yeah, the Dave Cancel, something like that from Drift. I think he's pretty nice guy. I'm following him a lot on Twitter and LinkedIn.
Number two, is there what's your favorite online tool for building your business?
Oh, I must say HubSpot.
And number four, how many hours of sleep do you get every night?
Hours of sleep? Well, three small kids, and one of them is 3 months. I will say 6.
If you're lucky.
If I'm lucky, yeah.
All right. So, and I assume you're married?
I'm married.
Married, 3 kids, and how old are you?
I am 33 years old.
33. Last question. What do you wish your 20-year-old self knew?
Oh, it's a very good question she got here. Well, what I wish I knew is I think it's all about the team.
Guys, there you have it. It's all about the team. Coming from a guy that's built a great team of about 24, 25 people based in Denmark, helping pop-ups become sexier. They've passed 1,200 paying customers, paying $100 a month, so 120 grand per month in revenue, up about 30 to 40% year over year when they were doing about 80 grand per month again last year. Bootstrapped, which I love, 1.3% revenue churn per month. That's on a net basis. When they do spend money to acquire customers, they spend about $700 to acquire, so call it on average a 7-month payback period. Again, team of 24 based in Denmark and other remote locations, launched in 2014. Thank you so much for taking us to the top, Mogens.
No problem. You're good at this.